My girlfriend spent hours on an online game, claiming it was just innocent fun. I created a fake account and joined her guild. I found her in the game, marrying another player and planning a real-life meetup. I showed up at the meetup instead of him. Original post: I, 31 male, should probably start with some context. My girlfriend, 29, and I have been together for almost 4 years, living together for 2. Things were good, normal, until about 8 months ago when she downloaded this massive multiplayer online game. At first, it was casual. She'd play maybe an hour after work, exploring dungeons, collecting loot, the usual stuff. I didn't mind. Everyone needs hobbies. Then it became 3 hours a night, then 5. Then she was waking up early on weekends to play, setting alarms for guild raids, using gaming terminology I didn't understand. Babe, dinner's ready. Just a sec, we're about to down the boss. 30 minutes later, dinner's cold. I tried talking to her about it. Hey, feels like you're spending a lot of time on that game lately. It's just fun. Don't be one of those boyfriends who gets jealous of a video game. Red flag in retrospect, but I let it go. 2 months ago, things got weirder. She started getting dressed up to play. Full makeup. Nice clothes. To sit at her computer. Why are you so dressed up? We're doing guild screenshots tonight. I want to look good for my character. Your character is a purple elf with horns. But okay. She started keeping her screen angled away from me, minimizing windows when I walked by, laughing at her phone during dinner, probably Discord messages from her guild friends. Last month, I noticed she'd been spending money. Our rent is $1,800 monthly, split evenly. But her half was late. Twice. I had some unexpected expenses. Like what? Just stuff. I'll get it to you. She did, but it made me suspicious. I checked our internet router logs. We share the Wi-Fi bill, so technically I have access. She was on that game 6 to 8 hours daily, sometimes until 3 a.m. I work in IT, network security specifically. So I did what I do best. I investigated. Created a throwaway account. Downloaded the game. Found her server by checking the router DNS queries. Took me 2 days to figure out which guild she was in. There's this public guild roster feature. Found her character, Mystic Rose. Creative. Spent a week leveling up my character to access the same areas. Joined a different guild but observed her activities. That's when I saw it. She was always with this one player. Dragon Knight. They were everywhere together, questing, raiding, just standing around in the main city having their characters emote at each other. Then I saw the in-game wedding announcement. Mystic Rose and Dragon Knight are getting married. Join us Saturday at 8 p.m. server time at the Crystal Gardens for the ceremony. An in-game wedding. With my girlfriend. To another dude. I logged in Saturday night, watched the whole thing. About 40 players showed up. Their characters stood at an altar. Another player officiated. They exchanged custom vows. Her vows: you make me laugh every day. You understand me in ways no one else does. I can't wait to see what our future holds together. I'm standing in our apartment while she's in the bedroom saying vows to a stranger. After the ceremony, I watched them honeymoon in some romantic in-game location. Their characters sitting close, sharing emotes, other players congratulating them. I checked the guild Discord server, public portions anyway. Screenshots of the wedding. Congratulations messages. Someone posted, "When's the IRL meetup happening?" Dragon Knight responded, "Working on it. Mystic Rose and I have been planning something special." My girlfriend replied with a winky face emoji. That's when I started monitoring her email. Before you judge, we have a shared computer that autofills passwords. I wasn't hacking anything. Found an email chain between her and Dragon Knight. Real names exchanged. His name is, let's call him Game Boy. He's 26, lives about 3 hours away, works in warehouse management. They'd been messaging for 6 months. Started as game stuff. Evolved into personal conversations. Flirting, then explicit messages about what they'd do when they met. The most recent email. Plans to meet up 2 weeks from today at a coffee shop in the city halfway between them. She told him she'd handle her living situation. Said she was planning to break up with her roommate, me, after the meetup confirmed they had real chemistry. Roommate. 4 years together and I'm a roommate. I sat on this for 3 days. Debated confronting her. Debated just ending it. Then I had a better idea. I sent Game Boy an email from a burner account pretending to be a mutual friend of his. Said something came up, he needed to reschedule. Could I meet her instead to explain? He bought it, gave me all the details. Time, place, what she'd be wearing. So here I am, 2 days before the meetup. She's been acting weird. Excited about a girls' trip this weekend. Asked if I'd be okay alone for the day. Sure, babe. Have fun. She has no idea I'll be the one sitting across from her at that coffee shop. We'll update after the meetup, should be interesting. Update 1. The meetup. Holy crap, that was surreal. So the meetup was yesterday, Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. Coffee shop downtown, roughly 90 minutes from our place. She left around noon, told me she was going shopping with her friend from work, hugged me goodbye. Love you, see you tonight. I waited 20 minutes, then drove out. Got there early, 1:45 p.m. Found a parking spot with a view of the entrance. Saw her car pull up at 1:55. Watched her check her makeup in the rearview mirror, fix her hair. She was wearing this dress I'd bought her for her birthday last year. She went inside. I gave it 5 minutes, walked in, scanned the room. There she was, sitting at a corner table facing the door. Watching, waiting for Game Boy. I walked straight to her table, sat down. The look on her face went through about 5 emotions in 2 seconds. Confusion, recognition, shock, panic, then calculation. What are you doing here? I smiled. Funny story. Your game husband couldn't make it. Something about being a fake account I created to intercept his emails. Her mouth opened, closed, opened again. You, what? Game Boy's not coming. But I got his emails. Read all about your plans. The wedding was nice, by the way. I attended. My character was the rogue in the back row. She went pale. You're on the game? Been watching you for 2 weeks. The wedding, the honeymoon, the Discord messages. Real cute how you called me your roommate. People at nearby tables were glancing over. She noticed. Lowered her voice. Can we talk about this at home? Nah, we're here now. Explain. It wasn't real. It's just a game. The emails were real. Planning to leave me was real. Catfishing some warehouse guy was real. I wasn't catfishing anyone. We have real feelings. For someone you've never met, based on your purple elf getting married to his dragon character? She started crying. Not sad crying, angry crying. You're making this sound stupid. You don't understand. He gets me. We connect on a level you and I never have. Through a video game, through conversation, we talk for hours about real things, dreams, goals. He listens. I listen. No, you don't. You just tolerate me. He actively engages with my interests. Your interest in pretending to be married to him? She stood up. This was a mistake. I'm leaving. Sit down. We're not done. We're absolutely done. This relationship is over. She grabbed her purse, walked toward the exit. I followed. Outside, she spun around. Stop following me. We live together. We need to figure out logistics. I'll get my stuff this week. Actually, no. Lease is in my name only. You'll get your stuff today. Right now. I'm not going back with you right now. Then I'll pack it and leave it outside. Your choice. She pulled out her phone, started texting. I already knew who. Texting Game Boy? Telling him your roommate crashed your date? His name is. I don't care what his name is. I care that you've been spending our rent money on in-game purchases to impress him. I checked the credit card statements. Her face flushed. That's my money. Your half of the rent was late twice, while you were buying virtual dresses and mounts for your character. Did you buy him gifts too? Silence. Wow, you did. You were buying gifts for a stranger while I covered your portion of bills. He's not a stranger. We've been talking for months. But you've never met him. He could be anyone. Could be a 50-year-old catfish. Could be married. Could be literally anyone behind that keyboard. He sent pictures. So did I in my fake emails. Want to bet those aren't really him? She stopped. What? The emails I sent pretending to reschedule? I used some random fitness model's pictures I found online. You think he didn't do the same thing? Her face crumbled. The calculation behind her eyes broke. Reality was setting in. You're lying. Call him. See if he answers. Bet he blocked you when his friend emailed about rescheduling. She dialed. Put it on speaker, probably to prove me wrong. Straight to voicemail. She tried again. Voicemail. Texted. Waited. No response. He's probably working. At 2 p.m. on a Saturday? When he specifically took off to meet you? She slumped against her car. I almost felt bad. Almost. I need to process this. Process it while packing. I'll give you 2 hours, then I'm changing the locks. You can't do that. Lease is in my name, you're not on it. Legally, you're a guest, I can absolutely do that. I drove home, gave her a 15-minute head start. When I got back, she was already throwing clothes into garbage bags. The packing was silent. Tense, she kept checking her phone. Game Boy never responded. She finally spoke. I wasn't trying to hurt you. You succeeded anyway. It just happened. We started talking. It felt good. It felt real. It was real to you. To him? Who knows? Maybe he's doing this with 5 other girls. Maybe he's actually married. Maybe he doesn't exist. Stop. You were ready to throw away 4 years for someone you've never met, based on role-playing a marriage in a video game. Think about that. She grabbed the last bag. I'm staying with my friend from work tonight. The imaginary one you were supposedly shopping with. She's real, unlike your fake concern. My concern was real when I was covering your rent. When I was buying you birthday presents while you bought virtual gifts for Dragon Night. When I was having dinner alone because you were too busy raiding. She left. Slammed the door. I changed the locks that night. $200 for emergency locksmith. Worth it. Update 2. 4 weeks later. The fallout has been absolutely wild. So after she moved out, I thought that would be the end. Clean break. Move on. Day 3 post-breakup, she started calling from her friend's phone. I'd blocked her number. Left voicemails about overreacting and we can work through this. Work through what? You were emotionally cheating and planning to leave me for a game character? Day 5, she showed up at the apartment with her friend. Wanted to talk things through like adults. I talked through the door. Already adulted, changed the locks, moved on. Her friend, you're being unreasonable. She made a mistake. She made calculated decisions over 6 months. That's not a mistake. That's a pattern. My girlfriend, can I at least get the rest of my stuff? Already packed. It's in the storage unit downtown. You have the key. I'd rented a small storage unit, moved everything she'd left behind. $80 monthly, paid for 3 months up front. Her problem now. Why would you do that? Because I don't want your stuff in my space. Simple. They left. More voicemails. More blocked numbers. Week 2 is when things got crazy. She started posting on social media, vague posts about narcissists and controlling partners and escaping toxic relationships. Her friends started commenting support. Some of our mutual friends reached out asking what happened. I didn't respond publicly. Instead, I sent a private message to a few close mutual friends with screenshots. The in-game wedding announcement, the email plans, the Discord messages calling me her roommate. The narrative shifted pretty quick after that. But here's where it gets weird. Game Boy resurfaced. Turns out he is real. And he was pissed. He somehow found my Facebook, probably through her friends list, and sent me a message. Dude, what the hell? You sabotaged our meeting. Do you have any idea how much planning went into that? I drove 3 hours for nothing. I responded, your online girlfriend was my IRL girlfriend, living with me, using our shared money to impress you. You got catfished by someone who was already in a relationship. She told me she was single. She lied to both of us. This is BS. We had something real. You had something online. Real involves, meeting in person, being honest, not being in another relationship. He blocked me. But then, and this is the crazy part, he contacted her, and they decided I was the villain in their story. Week 3, I got a letter from a lawyer. Her lawyer was demanding 1. Return of her belongings immediately, already in storage. 2. $2,500 for mental distress. 3. $1,800 for rent she'd paid for the upcoming month she hadn't before. Access to our shared Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus accounts. My response, through my own lawyer, no. Her belongings were accessible. The mental distress claim was laughable. She hadn't paid rent. And I'd already changed all the passwords. She'd been using my accounts. My lawyer's letter also included a counterclaim for the 2 months she'd been late on rent, $900 each, plus the money she'd spent on in-game purchases while shorting household bills. I'd tracked approximately $400 in game transactions during those months. Total, $200. Her lawyer went quiet, but Game Boy didn't. This absolute genius decided to involve himself further. He started showing up at my workplace, not inside, that would be trespassing, but in the parking lot, just sitting in his car, staring. I called the police, filed a report. They talked to him, told him to leave. He did. Next day he was back. I filed for a restraining order. Had to go to court. Explained the whole situation to a judge who looked like she wanted to be literally anywhere else. Judge, so your ex-girlfriend met this man online, planned to leave you for him, you intervened, and now he's harassing you? Me, apparently he thinks I ruined his true love. In a video game. Me, yes, Your Honor. Granted. 30 days. If he violates, extend to a year. Game Boy was served. He showed up at my workplace the next day anyway. Police arrested him. Spent a night in jail. Temporary restraining order extended to a year. My ex-girlfriend's response? She started a fundraiser online to help Game Boy with his legal fees. I wish I was kidding. Help Game Boy fight unjust legal persecution. She raised $60, mostly from confused guild members who thought this was about in-game drama. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to live my life, but it keeps getting weirder. Her friend from work, the one who's been letting her stay there, contacted me. Asked if we could meet. We met at a neutral location. She started with, I need you to know something. Turns out my ex had been lying to her too. Told her I'd been controlling, financially abusive, preventing her from having friends. The friend had believed it until my ex started spending 12+ hours daily gaming in her spare room, not contributing to groceries and leaving dishes everywhere. She's not who I thought she was, the friend said, and I need her out of my apartment. Not my problem anymore. I know, but she doesn't have anywhere to go. She has parents. They live across the country. Sounds like she should start packing. The friend ended up evicting her. Gave her 30 days notice per their informal agreement. My ex tried calling me again. Different number. I answered this once. I need help. No, please, I have nowhere to go. I made mistakes. You made choices. Choices have consequences. You need to figure this out yourself. But we were together for 4 years. And you were planning to leave me for someone you'd never met. After spending months emotionally cheating, after lying about everything. So no. Figure it out. I hung up. Blocked that number too. 2 days ago, I checked that game out of curiosity. Logged into my throwaway account. She's still playing. 8 hours yesterday. Mystic Rose and Dragon Knight are no longer married. You can divorce in-game apparently. She's joined a new guild. Game Boy's character hasn't logged in since the arrest. Final update. 8 weeks later. Time to close this chapter properly. The legal resolution. My ex's lawyer dropped her after I provided documented evidence that she was fabricating claims. Bank statements showing late rent payments. Credit card statements showing game purchases during those times. The storage unit receipt showing her belongings were accessible. She tried to find another lawyer. Nobody wanted to take a case that was clearly frivolous. She did, however, pay me $1,200 toward the money she owed. Not the full $2,200, but her parents apparently intervened and forced her to pay something. I'll take it. The Game Boy situation. His restraining order is still active. He violated it once more. Sent me a 15-page handwritten letter through the mail explaining how I'd destroyed the most important relationship of his life. The letter was unhinged. Detailed their entire online relationship, how they'd talk until sunrise, how she made him feel understood, how they'd planned a future together. I forwarded it to my lawyer. She forwarded it to the judge. The restraining order got extended to 2 years, and he was ordered to complete a psychological evaluation. Haven't heard from him since. The living situation. My ex ended up moving back home, across the country. Her parents bought her a plane ticket. Before she left, she texted one more time. I hope you're happy. You've ruined everything. I responded, I didn't ruin anything. You built a fantasy and got mad when reality didn't match it. That's on you. Never heard back. Her friend, the one who evicted her, reached out last week. Apparently my ex has been telling people back home that I was abusive and controlling. None of her old friends believe it. They've known her long enough to see the pattern. Turns out this wasn't the first time she'd done something similar in college. Got obsessed with someone she met in an online forum. Nearly ruined a previous relationship over it. Her parents had hoped she'd grown out of it. She hadn't. The financial aftermath did a full accounting of the damage. Money she owed me, $2,200, got $1,200 back. Locksmith fees, $200. Storage unit, $240. Legal fees, $800. Therapy. Yeah, I started going. $600 so far. Total cost of this disaster, about $2,840. But honestly, worth it to be done with the situation. The emotional recovery. Not gonna lie, this messed with my head for a while. The therapy helped. My therapist's take. She constructed an escape fantasy. You were convenient, but not what she wanted. The game provided an idealized romance without the messiness of real life. When reality intruded, she couldn't handle it. I asked if I'd done something wrong, if I'd driven her to this. Did you neglect her, abuse her, prevent her from having a life outside your relationship? No. I'd been normal boyfriend, present but not smothering, supportive but not enabling. Then she made her choices. You just refused to be her safety net when they backfired. Fair. The gaming aftermath. Curiosity got the best of me last week. I logged into my throwaway character one more time. Found Mystic Rose in the main city. She was standing around, not doing anything, just AFK, away from keyboard. Checked her profile. She'd been online for 14 hours that day. I logged out, uninstalled the game. Don't need that reminder. The current status? I'm okay. Not great, not terrible, just okay. The apartment feels emptier, but peaceful. I got a cat. Named him Router because I'm a nerd and he keeps knocking over my networking equipment. Work's been good. Got a promotion actually. The focus that used to go into managing relationship drama went into my job instead. Dating is weird. I tried apps. First date went okay until I mentioned I'd been single for 2 months. What happened with your ex? She developed a romantic relationship with someone she met in an online game and tried to leave me for him. Date ended pretty quick after that. Apparently that story is a red flag for the teller, not the ex. Second date went better. Didn't mention the ex at all. The perspective. People keep asking if I regret how I handled it. No. I could have confronted her when I first suspected something. Could have worked it out, but she'd already decided I was just a roommate. Already emotionally checked out. Already building a life that didn't include me. Showing up at that coffee shop? Maybe petty, but it gave me closure. Saw her face when fantasy met reality. Watched her realize her online soulmate wasn't coming. That the person she'd been planning to leave me for might not even be real. Was it cruel? Maybe, but she'd been cruel for months. Lying daily. Spending our money on impressing someone else. Making plans to leave without warning. I just accelerated the inevitable. The lessons. What I learned from this disaster. 1. If someone's spending excessive time on anything, games, social media, whatever, and hiding it from you, that's a problem. 2. Emotional affairs are still affairs. Doesn't matter if they never met in person. 3. Virtual relationships feel safer because you can curate your persona. Real relationships require showing up as your actual self. 4. Some people would rather live in fantasy than face reality. You can't fix that. 5. Document everything. Seriously. Saved me legally. 6. Don't let someone convince you that your reasonable concerns are controlling. Wanting honesty isn't controlling. The final word. My ex is across the country now. Working some retail job according to mutual friends. Still playing that game apparently. Still looking for connection in all the wrong places. Game Boy is presumably getting help. Hope it works out for him. Me? I'm here. Router the cat is knocking over my keyboard. I've got work tomorrow. Going to dinner with some friends this weekend. It's normal, it's boring, it's real. And honestly, after all that drama, boring and real feels pretty good. For anyone else dealing with something similar, trust your gut. Do your research. Protect yourself legally. And when someone shows you they value a fantasy over your reality, believe them. Thanks for following this mess. Time to actually move on now. My girlfriend started a YouTube channel called Dating a Narcissist. Every episode was about me. She used my real name, our stories, everything. I found out when a coworker sent me episode 12. I listened to all 15 episodes. When I sent her attorney a cease and desist, I, 29 male, was sitting at my desk when my coworker texted me a YouTube link. Dude, is this you? The title, Dating a Narcissist, episode 12, when he tried to control my career dreams. Thumbnail was my girlfriend, 27, looking all tearful into the camera. We've been together almost 3 years. Living together for 1. I clicked it. Her voice comes on, that sweet sympathy-seeking tone she uses. Hi angels, welcome back. Today I need to talk about something really painful. When I told him, actually no, you know what? His name is my actual full legal name. When I told my name I wanted to start my own business, he completely lost it. I'm sitting there with my headphones on, frozen. She used my actual name, my full name, on YouTube. He said I was being unrealistic, that I should focus on my real job like a responsible adult. But here's the thing, angels, he wasn't trying to protect me. He was trying to control me. Classic narcissistic behavior. This conversation did happen, but not like that. She wanted to quit her job to sell essential oils through one of those MLM things. I said maybe try it as a side hustle first, see if it works. Normal advice. She cried, said I didn't support her dreams. Then she dropped the whole thing a week later when her upline wanted $3,000 for starter inventory. But on YouTube, I'm a controlling narcissist destroying her entrepreneurial spirit. He also monitors my phone constantly. Gets angry when I talk to male friends. Accuses me of cheating all the time. None of that is true. Like literally none of it. Checked the stats. Posted 2 weeks ago. 43,000 views. Scrolled to her channel. Dating a narcissist. My healing journey. 89,000 subscribers. 15 episodes. All posted over the last 4 months. While we were still together. While she was sleeping next to me every night. Editing videos about what a monster I am. Started watching from episode 1. Hi angels, my name is her name, and I'm finally ready to share my story. For the past 3 years, I've been in a relationship with a narcissist named my full legal name again. This channel is my healing journey. She describes our first date, the restaurant, the movie, what I wore. Then explains how I love-bombed her by being nice and attentive. Being a decent boyfriend is apparently a red flag now. Episode 2 is about how I isolated her from friends. The truth? Her best friend got into hard drugs and kept asking her for money. I suggested maybe some space from that situation. Her friend's in rehab now. Episode 3, Financial Abuse and Control. We split rent 50-50. I make more, so I usually pay for dates. On YouTube, I'm controlling all her money and giving her an allowance. Episode 4, she's crying about how I gaslight her and made her think she was crazy for suspecting infidelity. I've never cheated, never been accused of it. Until now, on the internet, to 89,000 people. By episode 8, I feel sick. Episode 10, Why I Can't Leave Yet, the Narcissist's Financial Trap. She explains she can't afford to leave because I've made her financially dependent. She has her own job, her own car, her own bank account. We split everything. Episode 15, posted like 3 days ago, I'm finally ready to leave. This is my exit plan. She's explaining how she's strategically preparing to escape. Setting up a new place, building her support system, documenting everything for legal protection. Then at the end, next episode will be from my new apartment. Freedom is coming, angels. If you're in a similar situation, reach out. Link to my crisis support Patreon in the description. She has a Patreon. 3 tiers. $5 angel tier, $15 warrior tier, $50 survivor tier for one-on-one coaching. She has 412 patrons. Quick math puts her between $2,000 and $5,000 a month. She's making rent money lying about me on the internet. Went home that night. She's on the couch filming something. Hey babe, how was work? Fine, what are you filming? Oh, just some content. Beauty stuff, right? Didn't say anything. Needed to think first. Spent the next 2 days watching everything. All 15 episodes. Her Instagram has 48K followers now, all from YouTube. TikTok has another 32K where she posts clips. Every single video uses my full legal name. Shows photos of us. Sometimes my face is blurred, sometimes not. Our private conversations, private fights, private everything. All twisted into this narrative where I'm abusive and she's getting paid for it. Called a lawyer who does entertainment law stuff. This is defamation, right? She's lying about me publicly. He watched a few episodes. Defamation's really tough. You'd need to prove financial damages, malicious intent. It's expensive. What about privacy? She's using my name, my face, our private life. That's better. We can send a cease and desist. Demand she removes content with your name and likeness. The fact she's making money off it helps our case. That's profiting from your identity without permission. Cost me $1,500 for the letter. Whatever, worth it. Letter went out on a Friday. By Sunday she came home looking murderous. You sent me a legal letter? Yup. Are you serious? You're threatening to sue me? I'm asking you to stop using my full name and private information to make money while calling me an abuser. This is exactly what I talked about in episode 11, the intimidation, the legal threats. Cool, should be easy to explain to your lawyer then. Oh wait, you don't have a lawyer. So my guy sent it directly to you, with a copy to YouTube's legal department and Patreon's terms of service team. Her face went white. You contacted the platforms? You're making money defaming me. Yeah. This is harassment. You're trying to silence me. I'm trying to not be called an abuser by your 89,000 followers while you profit off it. This is our apartment. I pay rent. And you can keep paying it. Delete the videos, stop using my name, we'll figure the rest out. I'm not deleting anything. Those videos are my story, my truth. Your truth includes me cheating, which never happened, controlling your money, which I don't, isolating you, which is hilarious considering you see your friends constantly. Which part is true exactly? She started crying. You don't understand. I've built a community. People need these videos. I'm helping survivors. You're making $5,000 a month lying about me. It's not about the money. Then shut down the Patreon. Silence. Yeah, that's what I thought. She grabbed her bag and left. Didn't come back that night. Next morning I got a standard email from YouTube Legal saying they're reviewing the complaint. Then my phone started blowing up. My mom, why are people messaging me saying you're abusive? My sister, did you cheat on your girlfriend? My boss, we need to talk. HR got sent some videos. She posted a new video. Episode 16. He's trying to silence me. Legal threats and intimidation. 15 minutes of her crying, saying I'm using the legal system to abuse her further. How she's terrified but won't be silenced. He served me with legal papers, angels, trying to shut down my channel, trying to stop me from sharing my truth. This is what narcissists do when they lose control. But I won't back down. Video ends with her Patreon link and a new Cash App for legal defense funds. Comments were on this time, hundreds. Stay strong, queen. Sue him back. What's his name? Everyone should know. Don't let him intimidate you. My phone wouldn't stop. Friends asking if it's true. Family confused. Boss wanted a meeting. Went to HR. Explained everything. Showed the lawyer letter, the timeline, the fact that we're literally still living together. This is personal, HR said. But if it affects your work, it won't. I'm handling it legally. My girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, whatever, started texting. You're destroying me. Everyone thinks you're insane now. You're proving everything I said. My followers are helping me get a restraining order. This is abuse, literal abuse. Didn't respond. Sent everything to my lawyer. Next day she posts episode 17. My lawyer says I have a case, fighting back. She actually hired someone, some woman who does domestic violence and revenge porn cases. Video is her and this lawyer talking about how using legal systems to silence victims is abuse, and they're considering a restraining order and countersuit. Her lawyer actually says on camera, survivors have rights, First Amendment rights. He can't force her to stop telling her story. My lawyer called me after watching it. Her attorney is an idiot. First Amendment doesn't cover defamation, and she just doubled down on video, making our case stronger. Also, YouTube responded. They're removing videos with your full name. Patreon's reviewing her for terms violations. Really? Using someone's full legal name and private details without consent to make money violates their creator policies. She can tell her story, just can't use your identifying information. That evening her channel went dark. All videos set to private. She burst into the apartment. What did you do? Nothing. YouTube did their job. My entire channel, gone. It's not gone. It's private. You can re-upload without my name. That defeats the entire point. People need to know who you are, need to be warned, so you never cared about your story. You cared about destroying me. You deserve it, after what you put me through. What did I put you through? Tell me specifically. She opened her mouth, closed it. You were emotionally unavailable. That's not abuse. That's having a job. You didn't support my dreams. I didn't support a pyramid scheme. That's financial advice. You made me feel small. You made me feel like a monster to 89,000 strangers for money. She grabbed her laptop and some clothes. I'm going to my mom's. My followers will help me. You haven't won. I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to exist without being called an abuser. She left. Her mom came back with her later to get the rest. didn't say a word to me. Update. So she relaunched the channel a few weeks later. New name, My Escape Story, Healing After Narcissistic Abuse. All the videos re-uploaded, but my name edited out. Now I'm my X or N. My face is blurred, my identifying details removed, technically following the cease and desist. But then episode 18, Why I Can't Use His Name, Legal Abuse Tactics. She explains how I used money and legal threats to force her to censor her truth, how she spent thousands on legal fees, how the system protects abusers. He made me remove his name, Angels. But you know what? The people who know him know who I'm talking about. He can't silence the truth. Comments eating it up. We know who he is. Can you hint at his name? DM me details. Then episode 19, he's monitoring my content, the stalking continues. Claims I'm obsessively watching her videos, that I'm stalking her digital presence, that she feels unsafe. My lawyer sent another letter. Checking public content isn't stalking. Calling someone a stalker is defamation. If she continues, we'll escalate. Episode 20, another legal threat. When will it end? Her Patreon is back up, now 580 patrons. She added a new tier, $100 source month, Phoenix tier. Help me fight legal battles and spread awareness. She's making over $8,000 a month now. Had another talk with my lawyer. We can sue for defamation, but it's expensive, years long, and we might not win. She'll claim it's all opinion and interpretation. So she just gets away with it? Not exactly. YouTube's Content ID system. If you appear in footage, you can claim copyright. You own your image and likeness. Any video with your face or voice, we file DMCA takedowns. What about Patreon? If she's using Patreon to fund content violating YouTube policies, we report that. Also, those photos of you two? You're in them. You have rights, using your image for commercial purposes without permission. We went nuclear. Filed DMCA takedowns on every video with my voice or face, even blurred. 14 videos. Reported her Patreon for funding defamatory content using someone's likeness without permission. Contacted her 3 sponsors, companies paying for ads, told them about the legal situation. She lost it. Episode 21, They're Trying to Destroy Everything, Coordinated Harassment. 25 minutes crying about how he and his lawyer are destroying her healing space, how they filed false copyright claims and harassed business partners. This is what happens when you speak truth to power, Angels. They don't just silence you, they erase you. But the videos weren't coming back. YouTube sided with me on copyright. Sponsors dropped her. They don't want drama. Patreon warned her about using the platform for potentially defamatory content. Subscribers started dropping. 89K to 82K, then 78K. People lose interest when there's no new content and the drama gets complicated. Then her biggest mistake. Episode 22. My ex's employer, should I warn them? Doesn't name my company but heavily implies she's considering reaching out to my workplace to warn them about me. Should I let them know what kind of person works there? I don't know, Angels. Tell me what you think. My lawyer's eyes lit up. That's tortious interference. She's threatening your employment. That's a lawsuit. We filed, not defamation, too hard, but intentional interference with business relationships, misappropriation of likeness for commercial gain, and violating the cease and desist. Real lawsuit. Real expensive for her. She needed a real lawyer now, not the revenge porn lady, an actual litigation attorney. Patreon shut her down when she posted episode 23, I'm being sued, please help, asking for money to fight the lawsuit. Violates their terms. YouTube demonetized her channel. Can't fundraise for legal battles like that. We settled after 4 months. She has to delete all videos about me or our relationship, forever. Can't make future content about me or N in any format. Has to post a retraction saying her videos were creative interpretations and personal opinions not representing the full situation. Pays my legal fees, $700. Can't contact me directly or indirectly, including through content. She fought everything. First Amendment. Financial hardship. My lawyer pointed out she made over $40,000 from Patreon alone. Killed the hardship argument. The retraction was 2 minutes. Stiff. Lawyer written. Some of my previous content contained interpretations that may not have fully represented all perspectives. I'm removing this content. Thank you for understanding. Comments off. Posted at like 2 a.m. Everything deleted by 3 a.m. Her channel still exists. She does general mental health content now. About 12,000 subscribers left. No sponsors, no Patreon. Heard she moved back with her mom, working at the marketing firm again. Final update. It's been 6 months. Life is finally normal. Had to explain everything to a million people, but everyone important gets it. Lost some mutual friends who bought her version. Good riddance, honestly. If you don't even ask my side, not really my friend. Cost me about $15,000 in legal fees total. Got back $8,700. Still out over $6,000, but whatever. Worth it for peace. My coworker who sent the first video feels awful. Buys me lunch constantly. Told him he did me a favor. Better to know. The weird part is I still think about it sometimes. How someone I love decided to monetize a fake version of us where I'm a monster. She believed it too, I think. Convinced herself so completely that she saw nothing wrong with telling 89,000 strangers. Or maybe she never believed it. Maybe it was always about money and attention. Don't know which is worse. I'm not dating, not ready. How do you trust after that? How do you share your life knowing they might weaponize every conversation, every fight, every vulnerable moment? Therapist says that's normal, that it takes time, that not everyone is like her. I know that logically, emotionally, working on it. But here's what I know. I protected myself. Legally, financially, reputation-wise. I didn't just take it, didn't let her destroy my life because fighting back was too hard or too expensive. I fought, and I won. Sort of, because there's no real winning here. Even when you're right, even when you prove it, the damage is done. The time is gone, the money is spent, the trust is shattered. But you fight anyway, because letting someone lie about you while profiting is not an option. So yeah, my ex made a YouTube channel calling me a narcissist, used my real name, made thousands. I sued her, she lost. And I learned an expensive lesson about who people really are when there's an audience watching.